I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta. BOY2K is on the show today, and we talk about raves, Burning Man, and bathhouses. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
Oh.
Mom!
Are you a lady like me? Introspective, beautiful. Oh, are you intellectual like me? Beguiled by a bargain? You like wild times? Oh, like me? Are you serving the community like me? Well, if you are, then you must be very Delta. I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta, a luxury public access podcast and YouTube talk show where I look gorgeous, speak extemporaneously, and invite fascinating people to sit on the couch and get very Delta. Very Delta is for the woman who remembers when house music had piano. But first, let's get into some things that are very Delta.
Go off, Delta!
Target is not all that. I used to be the biggest fan of Target, and I still go to Target, but they're so expensive. And I know everything's expensive now. Everywhere is expensive. But I feel like this narrative that used to exist where people were like, I want to go on a Target run. I can't wait to go to Target and drink my Starbucks. I can't wait to walk around and load up my stuff with things at Target. I'm not doing any of that anymore. I am not that interested or compelled. I don't want overpriced things from Chip and Joanna Gaines. I'm not that interested in that. If I want to buy food, I went to Target the other day expressly to get the ingredients to make a simple macaroni salad. I could not even find the ingredients to complete that. And they have a full market in there. They have fruit, they have vegetables, they have different kinds of cuts of meat. They have all of that. All I was looking for was the pasta. I needed a few herbs. I needed some tomatoes. Like I needed just the basics. And I thought, I'll go to Target. I'm going to be there anyway. I'll just grab what I need. They'll have all of it. They have everything I need normally. And it was the first time I've experienced in a long time just walking around and really like looking at things and picking them up and pricing them and thinking, would I buy this as a gift? Would I come here exclusively to buy my groceries? Would I buy my toilet paper here? And everything was so pricey. Do people still go to Target just to hang out and buy fun things? Even that little dollar spot or $5 spot, some of the stuff in there, I'm like, this used to be good. This used to have really fun stuff. And now it's like, and it has nothing to do with the employees. The employees are lovely. I'm not reading the employees or saying that the customer service is horrible. I'm not saying any of that. I've never had a problem at Target with customer service. I think the employees are lovely. I think all of that. But just kind of walking around, like looking at stuff, I was like, I think I've fallen out of love with Target. I used to love when they would start decorating for Halloween and then for Christmas. And I remember last year, Christmas, there was like, instead of putting up all the decor that's like fa la 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 and like this way to the Christmas shop, there was just like one sign that just said like Merry Christmas. And I was like, what happened to all the pomp and circumstance? I mean, you're charging for the items. I know, I know, we all know that all of those items are not more expensive now than they used to be. That is a gaslighting thing. We know that. We know this to be true. So they're charging more and they're getting more money, but they're just like pulling back on all of it. And walking around and I'm looking at the vegetables and the produce and I was like, oh, let me just get a little bit of cilantro. No cilantro. Let me get some basil. No basil. Let me get a red onion. Like you walk over and I don't know if they just decorate it because they want it to look like a farm stand or like, what is it, like field to table or whatever. But like, I'm not impressed by a display that has like 3 red onions and like a couple of satsuma oranges. Or I just bring me some oranges. Just bring me what I ask. Just put out exactly what we need. There's no reason for you to be in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood and not offer cilantro. I'm confused. I'm confused by that. I don't understand how there's a head of cabbage, but there's not a head of lettuce. Now, I know they probably want you to buy the shredded lettuce or whatever. Fine, I can do that, but I need a head of lettuce. When I eat a hamburger at home, I want like to peel off a sheet of iceberg lettuce and set it on there, and then that holds the tomato slice, right? And then that holds the patty, and it all holds together. Is it that hard? Like, you still to this day see memes where people are like, gotta go to Target. Hope my husband doesn't come. Like, it's not that fun, girl. I mean, maybe it is for certain people. Maybe it is for Michelle and McKenna and all those people that want to go in there and get their Starbucks and put their hands around it. Like, oh, there's a chill in the air. Oh, I have to go to Target and walk around and get some crazy fun things like these. I have to get one of these. Oh, isn't it fun? I'm a fall girly. I'm not a fall girly. I'm a fall woman. I'm a woman who loves the fall. I love autumn. I love autumnal things. And guess what? They got better deals at Dollar Tree and Walmart. And I'm not trying to pretend like I'm so real or whatever. I'm just trying to say we are in a place where our money only goes so far anymore. And I'm not taking it over to Target, who's overpricing everything. It's like this. It's like I never want to go to Kohl's. I always want to go like to Walmart or Dollar Tree. Somewhere in the middle is Target. Target used to be the first choice. Like, you remember when everybody got mad because Target said we have to pull all of our Pride items because, there's a lot of threats for violence and blah, 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 blah. And I understand where people are saying like businesses need to stand on business and businesses need to stand up for everyone that shops from their community. But, a lot of people forget that Target was one of the first places that had spoke up about people using whatever restroom they wanted to use. They were one of the first places that did that. So we could go back and forth with all of it. I don't know all the logistics and the specifics and the where, the when, the why, the adjacencies. I just know that my biggest issue with Target right here and right now is I'm not in love with you anymore. I'm not. You need to start showing me that you can be a better man, Target. I used to love you. I used to get a bag of popcorn and a soda, and I would go through Target shopping and I would look at the clothing and maybe I would get a few things. You know what else pisses me off about Target? They swear they have a plus size section for people who wear clothing that is like quote unquote women's clothing. They don't have a thing for a big and tall section. Now you can go to their website, of course. You can go there. And if you ever go in there and you're like, oh my gosh, I found a button-up shirt in a 3X, it's because someone returned it from an online purchase. But it's so weird to me how many of these places, Target specifically, are able to sell plus size or big and tall clothing. They just don't. Like, they have it available. And I'm like looking around at everyone who's shopping and I'm like, there's other people here about as fat as me. And they've got a wallet just as fat as I do. And they have a need just as bad as I do. Where's the clothes? And you want me to be in love with you? You want me to love you so much? You want me to go take a picture next to the dog with the sitting on the bench and tag myself? Why? You don't even have cilantro. You don't even have 3X button-up shirts. You don't have underwear that goes over an extra large. Good fellow, my ass. Are you serious? I'm telling you right now, I don't love you, Target. I love your employees. I love your customer service. I don't love your offerings. It's time to make a change. We are facing 2025. What project are you working on in 2025? What project do you have at Target? How are you going to keep me there as a customer? I feel like Julia Roberts when I go in there in Pretty Woman. I got money to spend in here. Well, we don't have anything for you. I don't think that would fit you. You're damn right it won't fit me. You're looking right at me. Do I look like an extra large to you? Listen, if you wear a medium and you see extra large, like on your list, like, oh, we carry extra small to extra large. If you're someone who's always worn a medium, to you, I would be an extra large because in your mind, that's where it ends. and you're the biggest person I ever saw, so that's where it ends. No, it goes further than that. But you have to go online to go get it because Target doesn't want to make it available to you. But guess what you have? Magnolia by Chip and Joanna Gaines or whoever they are. Are you serious? And you want me to go over to your Halloween section? Remember when your Halloween section used to be fierce? You know when the last time was that your Halloween section was lit? When Chris March had his wigs there. That's when it was sickening. That's when it was fierce. I still get a few things here and there. I'll stop by and I'll go, that's cute or whatever. But where's the pomp and circumstance? You used to go over and it would be like, woo, happy Halloween. And you'd like march through the store and you're like, oh my God, look at this. Maybe I'll get this. Maybe I'll be a hot dog for Halloween. Like maybe I want a cat skeleton. No, you just walk over there and it's like, here it is. Halloween, I guess. Then you go over for the Christmas. Put a choo-choo train out there and turn it on. Do something. You know what I mean? Just woo me. You know? Make me feel wanted. Make me feel like a woman. Today's guests are a musical duo who are committed to making you dance. Please help me welcome Boy Apocalypse and Boy Untitled. It's BOY2K.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How's
it
it going?
I want house.
Yes.
I got it.
Speaking of you want house, we actually brought a gift. If we
Okay.
can give it, we do one of, internet's favorite things, an unboxing.
Okay.
Flip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch the gourds.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So this is one, because we love you and we're so thank you so much for
sweet.
for betting on us and believing in us and being we love you. And by the time this airs, I Want House will have crossed 200,000 streams on
Oh my
Spotify,
gosh.
which is our biggest streaming number. It means so much to us. So for the occasion, we got you your very own I Want House starter kit.
Oh my gosh. This
And-
is so sweet.
yes.
Can I open it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
open it.
Okay. This
very
is
on-
definitely
it's very
wrapped by
autumnal now,
homosexuals.
It is on thumbnail. Look
Yeah.
at this. It totally works.
And it's wrapped by homosexuals.
Yeah.
Exactly. Period.
What's this?
Okay. As you said, you want your cats to be able to play inside, so we got you a cat toy.
So cat toy for your cats.
Oh my god.
We also got you so you have options because we know you like options.
Yeah.
Cat harness.
Cat harness in case your
Oh.
cat's
Bring the
in
cat
case-
outside.
So now the cat can be indoor, outdoor because it's going to be such a big.
It's a
house.
cat. It's a versatile cat.
Yes.
Verse.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now what is this?
Okay. Well, we know that you wanted to be able to do projects in your garage, so we got you some pink spray paint.
And it's glitter.
It's
it's
glitter,
glitter.
which, by the way, slay Home Depot for having that.
I didn't know
Yeah.
they even made that.
How queer coded. But now you can spray paint something without getting on someone's car.
You know what's interesting is this is one of my favorite colors is sort of like a muted glitter that's like
Mhm.
like that's not hot pink, it's like rose in a way.
Yeah, we bet
Oh, it
correct.
says pink.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah. That's for your dog that you're going to have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who's going to be running around.
Oh. You know that I look every single night before I go to sleep. I go to the animal shelter online. They're like,
my
check out
God.
our dogs.
Mm.
And I look and I'm like, oh, it's going to be that one. No,
Yeah.
it's going to be that one. And I have this thing where, oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I want to get one that the one that nobody wants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They all need a chance.
They do need a chance.
Oh my gosh, what's this?
Well, that one. So this is what represents house, and it is.
Oh my
it is a
God, are
printed
you
copy.
serious?
Yeah, it's a printed copy of our EP cover, House Call, which you are featured on 2 songs, and it says, "We want house forever with you." Love
This is
BOY2K.
so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
This is really, really cool.
Mhm.
This is super. This has to go in my dressing room.
Yes.
Because I have a dressing room in my new house.
Yay.
Yes.
And then I think the last thing in here,
Oh my God.
I'll lift it out for you.
That is beautiful.
It's petunias. It's so
Oh
you can garden your
my God,
petunias.
it sure is.
Ooh, so we can.
Can I tell
see-
you what I'm going to do? We're going to keep these the way that they are, but this is going to have to be a feature on the desk. 'Cause I have
Yes.
some other stuff. This is going to have its life here.
Yay!
You guys are insane.
Oh, we love
That
you
is
so
love you.
much.
so thoughtful, so generous.
Yes.
Especially knowing that you had to do all of this here. because I know this is not home for
You
them.
know.
So they had to go and spend, and they're here for a limited amount of time. So to have to do all of this while you're supposed to be doing something else is very, very, very fucking thoughtful. Thank you.
We love you.
Really,
Thank
like,
you.
seriously,
I love you both so much.
this song means a lot to us, but also I just want to say, like, you put so much good out into the world. Like, I think
Aw.
that you really, like, you epitomize to me, like, the beauty of drag, but also I think you're just, like I said, such an eloquent speaker who, like, you sometimes, like, illuminate thoughts that I never knew I was having. And I just think you're such a gift. So
Thank you.
what can we do but get you a gift?
I love that I'm featured on House Call. This
Yes.
is a sick album.
Yes.
This is so fierce. How long does an album like this take to
Oh my God.
curate?
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
In some cases, like, I Want House was not very premeditated at all. Like, I
no,
remember
you like brought it to me pretty fully baked, and I was like, print it. Let's go.
basically a year ago today, right? Because we were gonna
Yeah.
go to Burning Man, and then
Yeah.
I was like, hey, when we get back, like, I would love to, like, put this out online. I think it's really fun and funny.
Yeah.
And so that one, like, just took off in a way that, like, I don't know what we were really expecting with it, but we were like, let's talk to Delta. Like, can we like release this? You know,
I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
other songs on House Call, it can sometimes take a year if I'm, as a producer, really, like, marinating on something. Like, I like to overthink it. Like, I like
You
to
ruminate.
I ruminate. Yeah. I like to listen
Ruminate.
and listen again and be like, would I stand by every one of these things? Because I'll have to listen to it again.
I'm gonna have to start saying ruminate. I always say overthink,
Mm.
but I like ruminate. It sounds like marinate.
Marinate, exactly.
Yeah,
You're
which is
just-
what you
yeah.
should do.
Yeah, marinating the brain.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
letting ideas sit there.
Do you have like musical inspirations beyond house? Just like what brought you to music? Songs,
man.
maybe artists?
The two artists that really like crystallized for me that I wanted to start making music as like my form of expression was Rufus Du Sol and then Bob Moses. And I was on a camping trip with a whole bunch of friends. We were doing acid and like kind of at the end of like the trip, just sitting around the campfire, like cackling, laughing. And one of their songs came on, Bob Moses. And by the end of that song, everybody was just like rapt, just like staring at the fire, like
Wow.
captivated everyone's attention. And I just looked up at my partner at the time and I was like, I want to fucking do that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Like with my voice. And that's what brought me into that space for you. Your references are a bit different.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, I always have loved Sam Smith's like style of singing. And I feel like if there's anything I'm trying to like emulate as a singer, it's maybe that, like that tinge of kind of a traditional soul style singing. But
I mean, I think with together too, like Sophie Tucker's a huge reference for us. Like
Yeah.
another like amazing duo that we just really gravitate towards. Empire of the Sun,
yeah.
another like iconic duo. We always call Khalees like a North Star for us,
Yeah.
like Mother Khalees. Scissor Sisters is a
Scissor
huge reference.
Sisters,
Like Jake
yeah.
Shears, like Sweet Baby Angel, like love everything that he does.
He's like almost like bigger even than musical reference, like almost just creative, like life reference. Someone I really respect a lot.
Yeah, and that's also Scissor Sisters was a music defining moment for me. Jake is a friend of mine, and I'll tell him he's like the best band I never knew. And I remember I went to the Palladium. Someone was like, "Oh, do you want to come to see the show?" And I had no idea of their music, and I went and just I was enraptured. I was just like, wow. I was like, oh man, like you can. It's like one of the first times I felt like I saw myself like that type, seeing a queer person, like really going for it in being who they are and doing it in just like such a gratifying way that I felt connected to. Yeah.
I have a
love that.
question.
Yeah.
Now that you're a musician, you've been featured on I Want House. I know you've released other music as well. Do you have like musicians or artists that inspire you or what you do?
Ooh.
Like who do you really
Well,
love?
I was raised around a lot of music. My parents loved like R&B. Then there was a time where it was like a lot of country from the 80s, then into the 90s. Then that kind of fell off for us. But I was learning a lot about house music in the 90s. I graduated from high school in 1994. At the time, my friend was working at a place called Borders Music.
Okay.
Right. And then we used to go to Middle Earth Records. We would go to Rockaway Records.
Okay.
We would go to all the used CD sections and get those. And I remember first hearing the song Good Life.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's a
And-
reference for us.
You're for sure. We
Gagged,
play that in our
gagged.
sets. Yeah.
And I've always, as somebody who basically lip syncs, for my shows, would only want to do songs that I liked, so that legitimately I was into. And I was always, always, always in love with Peace in the Valley by Sabrina Johnston. And I love the housey, but the sort of diva, right? Like at the time, Kim Cooper or whoever it was at the time that was the voice of this entire group. There's a song that always reminds me of the Bathhouse.
Oh, go on.
And that is Nowhere Girl by B Movie.
Oh my God. I don't know it either.
You don't. You have to.
Okay.
You'll have to find it.
Yeah, we're logging. We're logging.
It's so correct. It leads up with like 3 minutes of instrumental before it even gets to the song. And it's kind of like new wave.
Okay.
You hear like birds. You hear it's a trip. It's fucking so good. But every time I hear it, it sounds like the Bathhouse. Which I think the two of you are maybe too young for all that. No? Are there still bathhouses?
The bathhouse?
Yeah. I'm an old lady. I don't know
this
about
feels
it
like
anymore.
another conversation. I call myself something of a connoisseur. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you can put that on.
Okay.
But yes.
So I mean, all of those things are even somebody as mainstream as like Madonna. When people that conversation, whenever we do like thematic shows, people say, "Oh, it's going to be an '80s show. I'm going to do Madonna." I'm like, Madonna is its own theme.
Yeah,
that is not '80s. That's
eras.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you can't. It's hard to pinpoint within an artist like, well, which was the best? And it's like, well, I can tell you what I identified with at that time, right? So like at a certain time of your life, you're like, this music right here meant so much to me. This is when I was learning about myself and I was growing. This is, Dolly Parton says, design, refine, and shine. And I sort of look at some of the decades of my life, like how am I figuring out who I am? And then let's whittle away what works and what doesn't work. And then when is it the moment to shine? And when you think it's time to shine, you're like, oh shit, I'm still designing. Like everything just fell through.
Yeah.
We're doing it all every day.
And all of those phases are important. They all serve a purpose.
Yeah.
And but also, what's your favorite Madonna album?
Oh gosh. I mean, honestly, so my favorite Madonna song, super underrated, is Rescue Me.
Okay.
I don't know why it was never a big radio hit. I don't know anything about music and why or how, but I'm gonna probably say Erotica, but I really love Confessions a lot.
Erotica. I bedtime stories
Was such a switch.
A switch. Also, just like pulling in so many references from that time period, and if you play that back to back with Ray of Light, it just feels this really like beautiful like arc, which I love.
It's really emotional. Both albums are very, very emotional.
Yeah,
they really are, and they are. There's a place for questioning in that kind of music. Whereas when you listen to some of the other things, like I don't think, as much as I love Confessions, I don't see it in the same way I see those.
Truly, and I also love that Bedtime Stories is just a cunty dig from Bjork to Madonna. So that she wrote it, and then it's basically just, girl, shut up.
I would say Ray of Light is my favorite, but I also relate a lot with Erotica, and I think that Erotica maybe holds like the most influence over me and maybe even us artistically, like with what the statement of it is.
Plus, when I'm out of town at like a Howard Johnson or the Red Lion, I like to grab my bag and put on the robe and just run down the hall like this, and then I run into families and I'm like, don't you know the album?
Yeah. Hello.
Are you stupid?
Do you not get the reference?
God.
Where are we?
Let's take a break. There used to be a fierce bathhouse in downtown LA called Midtown. It's gone now, but like
I've been to Midtown.
you have.
You know what's funny?
It's one of the sketchiest things I've ever been to.
It's sketchy as fuck.
It is sketchy because it's like pulling it. If a bathhouse is giving, I have a really funny bathhouse story. If a bathhouse is giving carpet,
right?
Ooh.
I'm like,
ugh.
So I was at. Did you ever go to the one Hollywood
Spa?
Hollywood Spa.
Uh-huh.
So I went there a couple times when I was like young baby, like twink twink twink, like didn't know anything yet, and I went there like 3 times without knowing that there was a whole downstairs.
I love this conversation.
And I was like, should I save this? I literally went. I was like, oh my God, there's a staircase, and I went to like take one step down the stairs, and it was like moist carpet.
Ooh.
And I slid
Stop it.
all the way down, and it was like 60 stairs. It was like a double staircase. And I was like,
God.
blah, 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 like
No.
all the way down, just like rug burn with like rancid, like bathhouse moist carpet. And I just like landed at the bottom of the stairwell and there was nobody around. And I was like, well, that just happened in a vacuum. I guess I will continue on my way. But yeah.
Awful. Yeah, Midtown used to have that roof that you could go up and you could see like oversee all of downtown. That's a trip.
That's a vibe.
I think an odd thing in a bathhouse, but I guess necessary, is like a snack room. That seems weird to me.
No. Okay. So one of my favorite bathhouses, Mexico City. Shout out Saddam. Which, first of all, so fun. Like our group of friends or just like people there will have their like birthday parties there.
Yeah.
And they always have a great DJ. In the social room.
We talked with them about DJing there. We were like so down.
It's like, can we DJ there, please? But yeah, they have like a full bar, snacks, the whole thing. And there's like a social element to it. So, So like you actually get to like connect and talk before you get rug burn. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
before you get rug burn.
Yeah, you know.
We are back with the boys of BOY2K. How did the two of you meet?
Oh man. So Boy Apocalypse was opening for a really good friend of mine, collaborator, co-writer Guess, who's another amazing queer artist, GESS, check him out. And you were opening for a show and I was obsessed and I like attacked you after the show. I was like, you're so cool. Like, let's go get coffee. And we just like, I don't know, we just like kind of fell in love with each other instantly. And then at the time I mean full tea, I was going through a divorce at the end of the pandemic. And that's when I was like, hey Grant, I'm gonna leave everything here, move to Mexico City. And I was like, do you just want to come with me? And like, we'll figure it out. And we did.
What do you think the musical influences would be for Girl Apocalypse and Girl Untitled?
Girl Untitled.
I think Girl Apocalypse would be very like cunty beats, like Sophie inspired beats, and then they're like da, 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 like really like you know like cunty vocals too.
Okay.
Girl Untitled would be a completely different vibe. R&B songstress. She is all about Tenario. She's about Sabrina Claudio. A little bit of cunty like Aubrey Nunya. And yeah, that would definitely like smooth, sexy, like lying on a piano in a long, just like dress with a slit up to my armpit.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. I'm wearing like stickers on my titties, if that.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Why wouldn't you? That's the time to do it. Is that? Do you both go to Burning Man or have been to Burning Man or just?
Yes.
How does that work? Because that sounds like a Burning Man outfit.
Yeah.
Yes. I was going to Burning Man since 2014. And I led a camp called the Hanging Gardens and did that for several years. And I actually 2 years ago brought Grant's boyfriend Kevin for the first time. We call him like virgins. He was my virgin. I brought him. And then last year Kevin brought
me for the
Grant.
first time.
So we're like Burning Man family tree.
When I first went to Burning Man, everyone was like, like very surprised that I hadn't been before. They were like, this is the most you thing ever. Like that's how I would dress just like normally, is like steampunky, like cyberpunk. And they were like, you have already like built the closet for this, basically, which is great. And yes, but last year was my first time. Mark's been going for a while.
Yeah.
And what are the essentials? Like if you had to take 5 essentials to Burning Man.
Water.
Okay.
Water's number one. Shade structure.
Okay.
So something that goes over your tent. So water, shade structure.
You need goggles.
Tent,
Yeah.
goggles.
Because there's dust storms. And so
Okay.
like just doing kind of the functional day-to-day activities in a dust storm, you need to be able to see.
And then a headlamp or some kind of light to light your body at night because you're like fucking out there and someone could just run you over if they don't see you.
So it sounds comfortable. Sounds
Yeah.
like a very comfortable
It's
situation.
Absolutely not comfortable. It's the worst, but it's...
No, so the benefit is like what you see, new heights, new things.
Yeah, I
new-
think when I went in 2014, people always be like, Burning Man's changing, and it is. It's just like it's not the same anymore. And it's like, well, yeah,
nothing's the same anymore.
nothing's
What's
the same anymore.
same?
But it is. I will say, like, that experience met me at a moment in my life where I was really ready to like kind of crack my worldview open. And
Okay.
I don't like saying Burning Man changed my life. I just think we we intersected at the right time.
Mhm.
Things happened. But yeah,
For me, I waited a long time to go, and I would always ask people like, "What is it like?" And I'd want them to describe it for me, and I could feel that there was like a hesitation to describe it, and I always was annoyed by that because I was like, "What am I getting myself into? This is clearly an insane situation." And what I understand after having gone is people are really reluctant to describe to you like what it is because
Mhm.
it's different every year. It like
That
there
makes
are
sense.
things that keep happening, but like the beauty of it is that it is just a city that gets erected for 2 to 3 weeks. Everything gets pulled down. Maybe next year some people will come again, but maybe they won't. Like, we didn't come, our camp didn't come back this year.
Yep.
And in essence, the project of it is like, let's come together and build something crazy for a week that will go away. And the beauty of it is that you got to be there for like the only version of that was like that.
I had a guy come to my house via OfferUp to buy my couch because he said, I want to buy that to take to Burning Man.
Yes.
And I was like,
what a great second life.
yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But then in my mind, if it's only temporary, are some of these art pieces things that you can take back and then bring again, or do you
Yeah.
repurpose? How does that work?
Some of them. So they, the really big structures, the man, the temple, and then there's usually kind of a third structure. And then there's several others that people build out of wood. They burn them.
Okay.
And they're gone forever.
Okay.
And then there's other ones that people do build so that they can break them down, and then they'll maybe pop them up in the outside world, or they'll bring them back. So
Mhm. I know nothing about this, but as I'm listening to you say this, I think a lot of people put their fucking heart and their life and their art into it.
Yes.
Right? I think there is a contingent of the world that thinks that it's somehow laughable and ridiculous and wasteful, and people can look however they want because they're going to anyway.
right.
Yeah.
But I feel like there are people that put love into this.
Yeah. I think that where I've landed with all of it is understanding that you don't need to go to a festival like that to experience that in your day-to-day life.
Mhm.
If you yes, you go there and it's like, oh my God, it's all here for me. I can have it all, sort of thing. And I think it is just a great lesson to bring back into your life, is that you can lose things. You can lose things, and you can lose people and everything. And that is what makes all of it so precious, and not losing sight of that, especially in a world that's obsessed with constantly consuming. There's a really beautiful lesson inside of that.
What's the difference between raving in the woods versus
Don't know
raving
anything about
in, I don't know, Mexico City?
Well,
As practitioners of both.
yeah, never done either. Raving in the woods typically, so I think something about that feels so fit. We actually just had a witch rave in the woods. Shout out to Jordan who organized it.
What is it called? The
Witch rave.
Okay, I want to know more.
Yeah. we do this annual camping trip to Guerneville. And if you've ever been to Guerneville, it's like a queer haven in the woods of Northern California along the river. And we got this huge property, and our friend basically set up a rave in the woods back by the redwoods. And
I love it.
that kind of raving to me is always so, it just really gets down to the core root of who we are as a community. For me, that's very queer community based. It's you're in the woods, something about it's a little feral and primal, but you're just moving your bodies. You are in nature. I think when you're raving in the woods, it very much is that balance where it's you are nature. And yeah, and it's it's community building. Sometimes you run behind a tree and suck a dick, and that's also great. And then that happens. And then you also are just
tree.
and you also just, you're there with your friend family, just
Could I walk or would I have to run?
it's well,
I'm nature.
if you're nature, I think there's a time for both, but I think you can saunter. How
So
about
I
saunter?
like that.
Yeah, we saunter.
Strut.
Yeah, strut.
I
Yeah,
like
we saunter
that.
through the woods. And then, do you want to talk about raving in Mexico City?
Man,
Your favorite topic?
Yeah. I think that Mexico City is probably my favorite party city
Yeah.
in the world, and it's truly that to me is maybe the polar opposite of a wood rave, witch rave. It's this is communing with the machine. We are in the most industrial, one of the most densely populated cities in the world. I mean, Mark and I would go to raves that were in a basically over a dump. like in an abandoned like cement building that like had an overlook of a dump, and it was like people are starting at 1 a.m. a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and they're going to like 10, 11 a.m.
Also, there's something just so magical about the community in Mexico City.
Yeah.
And there's so much conversation around what, being like a white Westerner, like going to that place, what that does to it, the gentrification, the global gentrification that's happening to places like Mexico, happened to Lisbon. And at the same time, there's such a sense of like welcomeness, especially within the queer community there.
I just think it's a very artistic city in kind of a 360 sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of like incredible designers that we're friends with. Like, I'm wearing Perfume Studio from our friend Lisa. It felt like the city is just overflowing with artistic sentiment and spirit. And then in a little bit of contrast to what I was saying, even though the party scene there is very industrial, like techno crazy, like the city itself is very green and verdant and beautiful. And it's just a really beautiful place full of really beautiful people. Like Mark said, I think it's good that folks express to us, like, you're white people living in this city with a lot of history of colonization. But the thing that I found beautiful about Mexico City was people were like, all right, come on in. We're going to tell you what's wrong. But like you can come on in.
And contribute, help build this place.
Yeah.
Don't just be someone
better.
who's be better. So we meandered there on that question, but
No, I love that. I love that.
We love that
This
place
is the
so
place
much.
for meandering.
Yeah.
That's what
we come
that's
to
what
this.
do
We come
here.
to this place
To saunter and meander. Yeah.
One of the first times I ever went out anywhere in drag was to a rave.
Okay.
And my friend Reza Botero is the one who took me. And she was like, no, you're going to have a good time. You can wear whatever you want. And I was like, I've never done drag before, but I want to do drag. Like, what do people wear there? And she's like, no, baby, I'm telling you, you can wear whatever you want. Like, I'm like, but what if people say something? She's like, nobody's going to say anything if you're with me, and no one's going to say anything anyway. Like, it's just, you're not going to experience anything like that. And I remember when I left, I like put on this trench coat, like to cover up what I had on, which was like the dumbest dress. Like all I had was like a dress and some Doc Martens. I didn't have any makeup on. It was just the idea that I was wearing something I wasn't supposed to be wearing. And so then when I got in her car, I remember like flinging it off, and I was like, how do I look? And like, how do you look? You like, you're wearing like a school teacher dress, right?
Oh my God.
But it was
a jean jumper.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was that first sort of segue. And I remember Reza used to wear these big pants. She had all her beads and all her stuff. She had a fucking pacifier. Her hair was down the middle. She had a lunchbox. She was adorable. We met in journalism class in college. She was the absolute best. And I remember like the first time being there, I was like, how come that table has all those cut up oranges on it? I didn't understand. I was like, why are they selling fruit? She's like,
my
oh.
God. She's like, sweet baby
She's
angel.
like, yeah. She's like, don't worry just yet.
She's like,
don't you worry just
Yeah.
yet. You'll figure that out later. We're just going to ease you into this.
Yeah.
But I remember having a blast, and we went a few times after that, and to different ones. And when you mentioned like the warehouse, I mean, I'm sure what we went to was quite light compared to some of what you're talking about, because they were all on little flyers that people had written, and they were in like downtown LA, or it was fun.
Yeah.
It was, but this is like 1995,
Totally.
so the time was different. But it was I remember that being so much fun. So much fun.
So shout out to her. Just like we all need guides like that in our life who are just like, you're safe, come express. Like
For sure. We were talking off camera about the fact that you're vegan. And so if you go out to a rave and then you want to go eat after.
The good thing is, as a vegan, I can eat fries pretty much everywhere.
And you're a heathen, so you'll have anything.
I mean, for me, I'm a sucker, not vegan at all. I'm a sucker for those fucking, bacon wrapped hot dogs on the street. Like, period.
Don't play with me.
With all of them.
All of it. I don't care how you make it.
It's one of the things I miss the most. Like, it's just, there's no one popping up. Like, obviously they couldn't even cook it vegan because it's like stewing in like pork fat. But like, I miss that.
Well, you know
stuff.
that In-N-Out has such a delicious, generous, thoughtful vegan menu. Tell us about that.
Recently was talking with someone and they were saying like, oh yeah, In-N-Out has like a secret vegan item. And I was like, oh, what is it? Like, is it like a veggie burger or something like that? And they're like, it's a bun with tomato and lettuce.
So
factually vegan, you might say.
Vegan.
Yeah, you just a minimal effort is all it takes, really.
But for us tiny little waif girls. That's all we need.
Right.
Just I inhale a breath of air and I'm like, I'm full.
Right.
Yeah.
And can I get an extra medium diet water,
Yes.
please?
No
Let's take a
sugar,
break.
please.
None.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
We are back with BOY2K. This is the part of the show called Read Me Delta, where people send their letters with their questions, their queries. Sometimes they want advice. Sometimes they want to give opinion, and then we just gloss over those because we're not interested. If you want to send a letter, you can send it to readmedelta@gmail.com. Oh, okay, I like this. Dear Delta and hot guests, I love music. I find myself making Spotify mixes anytime I go out for a night on the town with friends. Usually my mix is heavy on Lady Gaga, but recently Chappelle Roan is my diva. Here is my question. You're on your way to the club. You're arriving in 5 minutes. You only have time to listen to one more song before you arrive, ready to party. What's your hype song? Much love, Jessica from Minnesota.
Love the question, Jessica.
Mhm.
I mean, I
Yeah, see, I can't answer questions where you pick one. I can pick
Yeah.
like three. I can narrow stuff down to like three.
I mean, I am totally into what we do, and so if sometimes I like listen to our own music on
Okay.
repeat.
Sure.
And Raver Pager is definitely
Yeah.
my hype song that's ours. Other people, I'm trying to think.
I have one. Okay. So I'm like, I know she's like fallen a little bit out of public favor, but like I love Grimes and Grimes' song Kill V Mame. It's
Okay.
like nothing activates the part of me that is more like, let's go. Like, like high school sports or something. Like I
Mhm.
feel like I'm ready to go out and tackle someone. And I also just love that song is something that she wrote, just imagining the idea of a bunch of vampires fighting each other. Like it's not about her life or anything.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
that's my hype song for sure.
I like that.
What's yours?
I mean, it's hard for me to narrow it down just because I feel like I have to pick something from different genres of music. It also depends on where I'm going, I think.
Yeah.
I definitely can listen to Running Back to You by Vanessa Williams.
Okay.
Is a favorite for me. I can also so I sing really, really loud in the car with the windows rolled up, right?
Shocking.
Love.
And I will sing very, very loud, Hold On Loosely.
Okay.
And I will also sing Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yes.
Very, very
Yeah.
loud.
Yes.
Pour Some Sugar on Me is one of my favorite songs. And Detox came to my birthday party a couple of years ago and did a surprise performance by just performing Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yes.
Taking her clothes off, and then I decided I needed to take my clothes off as well. And we were just pouring liquid all over ourselves.
That
And there was
Yum.
maybe 20 people in the whole bar for the birthday party, but we didn't give a shit. We were having a blast.
well, we
So,
love Detox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. I
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, I think though that would be those would be my picks.
Have you heard Vanessa Williams' new song,
I have.
Bop?
I have. I am such a Vanessa Williams fan.
Also, before you read the other letter, the way in my brain, Vanessa Williams, I was thinking Vanessa Carlton. I was like, I was
Okay.
like racking my head. You're like, yeah, she's got a bop that just came out. I was like, da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. I couldn't think of the song.
It's called Bop, and I feel like we're plugging someone else's music, but it's fun, and it's Vanessa Williams. It's Lion Babe, who we
I know.
love. Lion Babe is
Lion
Vanessa
Babe.
Williams'
Her
daughter.
daughter.
I
Mhm.
had no
Wait,
idea.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Trixie.
Oh my God. Fun
Sick.
fact. I've performed with Vanessa Williams on Saturday Night Live.
Really?
I used to be in the Philadelphia Boys Choir when I was a kid, and I was
Stop.
the musical guest backup singing for Pavarotti and Vanessa Williams.
Stop it.
Yeah, crazy.
How fun is that?
Yeah. It was quite a trip. That SNL studio is like this big, but it was for one of their holiday episodes, the episode with Alec Baldwin and Sweaty Balls. It was the first time
I remember that.
it was the
skit.
first time that skit became a thing.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty Balls. And we had my whole like Christian like elementary school tune into the episode, and the whole episode was about sweaty balls. Everyone was mortified. It was great.
Vanessa Williams, don't you see how you connect our whole community?
continuing.
I
to
know
love.
you do. I know how much love you have for all of us, but we have to just repeat it over and over and over again because we'll never stop loving you, ever.
Period.
It's true.
You are our godmother, one of many. We love you. Let's read another letter.
Let's.
I think so. Dear Delta and stunting guests, I'm a 28-year-old homosexual man living in a fairly large city. I'm considering joining a gay sports league for a couple of different reasons, but I always find myself hesitating to actually pull the trigger and do it. Bowling, dodgeball, and basketball all sound fun to me, but I'm pretty out of shape and I'm not athletic at all. But I believe it would be a great opportunity to meet new people, make some friends, and maybe get in shape. Should I do it? I'm scared. Sincerely, Jim from Flanders.
Well, Jim,
It's a fair question.
We wore our sports outfits just anticipating this very type of question.
Yep.
Fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a sports thing, but like when I was young, just coming out and wanted to like connect with people off of Adam for Adam, aging myself. I joined the Gay Men's Course of LA, and that was like my version of like sports, but just having a community space to connect. That's, that's not an app or a bar is super essential.
I have two things to say. Number one, absolutely, I think you should do it. Funnily enough, I grew up in Los Angeles. And so when I was living here, I joined a gay volleyball team, but then I also recruited my entire family to join it. So I didn't really meet that many people doing it. That wasn't the point. And so I would say definitely use it as an opportunity to meet some new people. Side note, I think it's still worth doing, but I will say like dodgeball in the gay community is the site of drama. So be prepared. I don't understand why it ends up being such a site of drama.
My brother's told me some crazy stories.
Crazy stuff.
I'm like,
so
what?
Be prepared. Be prepared for that.
I think definitely go for it, but don't set the highest expectations that you're going to make a ton of friends, you're going to lose a bunch of weight, and you're going to be really good at sports. I think just go into, let's see, you said bowling, dodgeball, or basketball. In my mind, the least, well, it's a lot of physical activity, but you see like, no shade, you see a lot of like old fat dudes bowling. So if you're concerned about that, and I as an old fat dude will tell you, I would be most likely to do bowling just because as soon as you're done going like this, you can sit down and there's a snack bar.
Yes.
So you have these options. And if you want to like bail out, you know what I mean? You can go down to the next alley or see what's happening with other people. If you do dodgeball or basketball,
It's a lot.
yeah, you have to be tall for basketball. You have to have really good thighs for dodgeball. I would be concerned about that. Have you thought about like a reading group maybe? Like that would be fun. A cooking group, an eating group. Have you thought about a bathhouse?
Bathhouse.
You could meet people.
I want
social time.
bathhouse.
I want bathhouse.
I want bathhouse. Oh, the
There's
techno
a
remix.
song in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a song in there.
Yes. We'll
There
DM
really
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. No, honestly, I say throw yourself into it, but really hold some expectation that there's going to be a little bit of pushback, maybe this way or that way, but that's everything in life. That's everything. Do it. If you don't like it, the opportunity is there for you every second of the day just to go, this isn't for me. I'm out. I'm cool. You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't need to tell your family, oh, this didn't work out or that didn't work out. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Oh, well. You don't like it? Oh, well. You're going to meet people if you're authentic to yourself. If you go there and you say, listen, I'm just here to meet people. I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
If you get in shape along the way, that's great. And if you don't, maybe that's something you do somewhere else on your own or at a gym or whatever you want to do. But investing a lot of expectation in just one activity and wanting to have everything come from that, just be careful with that. I'm not saying that you said that's going to happen because you just said these things might come of it.
Yeah.
But be careful and be gentle with yourself because there's plenty of people out there that don't want to be gentle with you. So
Be gentle with
careful.
yourself.
And I think Delta's right to say, think of each of them as a different opportunity for different things. Like you might get more athleticism out of doing basketball, but you're not going to be talking with these people all the time. If you want to do like bowling is a great opportunity for you to like meet people, right?
Right.
Like think of each of the sports have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for the guys, be on a hockey team. That's where you really
Real or
uh,
rugby.
or
Ooh,
rugby. Those are
rugby.
the two. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should actually we could do this. We could arrange this for people.
Yeah.
We could tell them what sport fits them.
Like a matchmaking service.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
I
much
love it.
so.
Gay
Yeah.
sports.
They say, what is it that Chappelle Rowan? If you wear her makeup, you will look like the matchmaker from Mulan.
Yes.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have not heard that.
it's a thing.
I'm not in that corner of the internet.
I am.
We are.
I am. I'm deep in it.
Chappelle Rowan.
I'm
Chappelle
deep.
Rowan.
Yeah,
Icon.
this was fun. Thank you for being
Oh,
here.
thank you so
This
much
is
for
fun. We
having
brought
us.
treats.
Yes.
We talked it up. We very much potential for more songs.
Yeah.
Very that.
Anyway, thank you for being here.
We
this
love
was
you.
fun. I
Having
hope you
us.
come back. I know you have a gig coming up, so you got to get your ass out of here, and that's fine.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for listening and watching Very Delta. Our show comes out every Monday. Subscribe to Mom Podcast YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so you never miss an episode. Search for Very Delta on your favorite podcast apps to listen to the audio-only version if you can't handle all this heat right here in the visual format. You can also sign up for our premium offerings on Mom Plus Gold by visiting mompodcast.plus, where you get weekly episodes of more Very Delta. Don't forget to send all of your questions to readmedelta@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram at DeltaWork. And where can everyone find you on socials?
Boy2K.com. We're at Boy2K Music on other social things. And
Instagram, TikTok.
yeah.
Did you ever have a gross email address?
I mean, we still have boy2kmusic at gmail.com.
Yeah.
But
We
you
do-
know, like an embarrassing
Like an
one.
Earthlink one or
Ooh,
No,
I mean-
even like the words. Like I remember somebody one time sent me an email, and this is back in like the days and the bathhouse, and his name was Deep in Cakes
oh my God.
at
Okay.
AOL.com.
Okay, my one story, it's not about me, but my friend, when she was choosing her AIM screen name, because like I'm like a 2000s kid, like
Yeah.
like
Uh-huh.
she had just watched a South Park episode and she didn't know what it meant, but she chose the name Fingerbanger 07.
Stop it now.
And her mom had to be like, "No, sweetie, like
She's like,
Fingerbang."
what? It's fun.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Mine was Tall People Rule 13.
Mine
Tall
was,
people rule.
mine was
Yeah.
Garfreak, because I love Garfield. Garfreak13 at comcast.net.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Freak.
I liked Garfield. I was part of the Big Fairy fan club.
The big furry.
The Big Furry fan
furry.
club.
Are you a furry?
Mark's a
No,
furry.
I'm not a furry. Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm down to try most things once.
The
All right.
club where I do my Saturday shows has the major West Coast furry event, like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
They show up and they show the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's fierce.
It's a whole ass.
It's
thing.
actually super beautiful and super fierce, and it's all about everything being consensual and people
Yeah.
asking to talk. And these are expensive costumes as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I've
fierce.
started to see more of the beauty in it as well, where I'm like, first of all, online furries ride harder for gay people than almost anyone else.
Mhm.
So shout out
Oh.
furries. But also, yeah, I think that there's like, it's not for me, but like there is something beautiful about just like committing so hard
Yeah.
to something, deciding like, I fucking like this.
We
Like,
love, we love commitment.
I don't care. Like, it's clearly like put them in a position of ridicule, but I think like if you really want something that bad, like it's cool that you're gonna go get it.
And all the costumes for the most part have trapdoors in them.
No, that's I learned that recently and I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna like not think about that, but like yeah, it's like, but it's like again, if you want it, get it.
Yeah.
Yep. Period.
We'll see you here next week, and until then, keep things very Delta. Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work. Produced and edited by Doug Robertson. Technical direction by Margot Padilla. With original theme music by Will Pitts. Media and design support by Stone Kohl. And set design by Eris Sevilla. Executive produced by Alaska, Willem, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio. Recorded at Forever Dog Productions. Chaparral Ruana.
Mom!
To listen to Very Delta ad-free, one day early, and to get access to more Very Delta and all of Mom Podcast's premium content, check out Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.